Hi, my name is Melanie and I am the empath and the ether, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a spirit box session in which I have the spirits around me guess the historical events. Alright, stay tuned.
I'm an empath in the ether, feeling what they hide through the veils of time and shadow. I am their guide, talk to ghosts.
Alright, so it is 7:55 on a Friday when I am recording this, and I have 35 minutes to do this. So let's just hop into this right now. Cool. We live here. Job. Help. Alright, good morning, guys. So I'm going to have you guys guess historical events. I don't have these in any particular order. Last night I was like, I should put them in some kind of order, historically, chronologically, but yeah, I don't have time for that right now. So let's just hop into this. Are you guys ready to guess historical events based on historical photos? I heard someone say no. They're like, no, I don't want to guess history. I don't like history. I failed history in school. I love history. Alright. You guys ready for the first one? Now these are historical photos. Famous historical photos. Can anyone guess what this is from? It's from a country in Asia, and there was a war involved. It happened in 1955 to 1975. Can you guess the country and the circumstances? This girl is known as the Napalm Girl. There was communism involved. Can someone guess which Asian country this was? It was a long war. I mean, it was a long war between USA and... Alright, so this was the Vietnam War, 1955 to 1975, between North and South Vietnam. This girl is known as the Napalm Girl. She was 9 years old when South Vietnam planes dropped napalm in North Vietnam. And I literally wrote this in the back. And I accidentally printed double side, so there's a Titanic on the back. Okay. Speaking of Titanic, I gave the answer away. Anyone around? Was anyone around when this event was I can't talk. It's so early in the morning. Was anyone around when this event happened? So where did this happen? It was sailing from where to where? Can anyone say the name of the ship? Or what happened to the ship? Terrifying. Right. So, a little backstory. I actually have a relative a distant relative who was on the Titanic on my mom's side. She wasn't a blood relative, but she married into the family. She was from Finland. And then she survived. And they all settled in, and she settled in Ohio. Isn't that cool? I knew someone who was on the Titanic. I mean, I never met her. She died way before I was born, but... Do any of you know anyone on the Titanic? Who was on the Titanic? I gotta check the time. I have half hour. We're gonna go to the other app, okay? Okay. Anyone can identify this lady? What happened to this lady? Who is she? Where is she from? Haunted dolls? Anyone? Please help. Dead? What happened to her? What happened to her? What was her name? Hello? You still there?
No.
No? It's like I'm not here. No, I'm not here. What happened to her though? When did this happen? So, this princess, what was her name? Starts with a D. I thought I heard someone say... Did someone say Diana? She was in a car accident in a Paris tunnel in 1997. August 1997 is when she passed away. And the car was driven by an intoxicated driver, and they were pursued by paparazzi. Can you imagine if you were one of that paparazzi and they ended up, and the princess and the driver ended up dying? Imagine you were that paparazzi. You killed the princess. How do you feel about that? Like, damn, how would they feel? Guilt? Like, oops. Was it got good photos? Damn. Oh my god. And then they were there to photograph the accident. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna go to the next one. I'm probably not gonna get to all of these. Can anyone guess this historical photo? What happened during this event? This is historical, famous photo. I remember this from the history books in my high school. Anyone around when this was happening? It was the United States. Can you tell me what decade this is from? What was happening? I'm just checking the time. 8:04. This happened during the Great Depression. Was anyone around alive in the Great Depression? This was known as the Dust Bowl. In this photo, anyways, this was happening. Oh, look at that poor little boy. This boy's hair is not combed. She does look like she's full of dust. Anyways, so this was a environmental economic disaster caused by severe droughts and poor agriculture in the Great Plains. So massive dust storms destroyed crops and people couldn't find work. Widespread poverty. And this happened during the Great Depression. Did that cause the Great Depression? See, I know the basics of history. I don't remember the details, though, of why. Alright, let's go to the next one. So this happened fairly recently. I'm gonna go to the other Spirit Box app. Alright, so New York City, 2001, September 11th, early morning. What happened? This happened when I was a freshman in high school. It was the first week of freshman year. So we woke up in the morning to go to get ready for school and stuff. And my mom had on the news in her room. And she was like, come in here. This is happening right now on the news. And I was like, oh, okay. I assumed it was like some kind of accident. And I was like, wow, that really sucks. But damn, that sucks. That like, you know, just got ready and went to school. And then later on in the day, as events were unfolding, I learned more and more and realized, oh, not just an accident. There were thousands of people who died. It was an immense situation. Alright, we're gonna go to the next one. What happened here? Can anyone let me know what was going on here? It was happening during a war between an Asian country and everyone else during World War II. Damn. Wait, so I should have paid attention more in history class. So World War II, that was happening in Germany and Japan? What? I need to get my history straight. So this happened in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, August 1945, in which 2 atomic bombs were dropped on the city. 2 atomic bombs! Can you imagine? Dropped on the city! What the hell? 2 atomic bombs! Hold on. That's so insane that they were just dropped in the city on civilians. That's so messed up. At least I think it was civilians. I might as well clock in. I have my work laptop right here, keeping track of the time. I might as well clock in. Anyways. We're gonna switch to the other app. Where's my other app? Where'd it go? Look at the photo. I want to. Alright, clocked into work for my job. Can anyone identify what was going on in this circumstance? Who is this lady? What was happening? What time period was this? Who was she? What was happening in this photo? Haunted dolls? Anyone? I know some of you were alive during this. Help. Help. Can you tell me her name? Can anyone say civil rights movement? Alright. I don't have time to get through all of these. What was happening here? Another World War II. Can anyone tell me what was happening? Why are these people starving and so skinny and so desolate and in despair? Can you describe what they were feeling? What do you see in this photo? What were they feeling? What do you think was happening? Hello? Was anyone alive during this time, especially in Europe? Anyone? Anyone? No? So I had a past life. Actually, I believe in reincarnation. And the past life that I had right before this lifetime of Melanie, I was in Germany around this time. I was the wife of a Nazi soldier. I don't believe in Nazi ideals, Ram. I don't. Y'all, I'm not a Nazi. But it's so funny. I was here. I mean, not here, but like alive during when this happened in my past life. Isn't that weird? Don't. Alright, I have time for one more. Which one should I do? Alright, I was gonna... What was that one? What was that one? Okay. Can anyone tell me what this show is? It's famous. It's not like a historical event like the other ones where it was a significant time in upheaval and war and death and society changes, but it's still historical events. I didn't realize that this show was on for so long. I loved this show when I was younger. My baby loved this show. She watches it every day. Can anyone say Sesame Street? Anyone? Help. You guys, hello? Hello? Who is this guy? Who is this yellow thing? Someone say duck? Nondescript, a big ass bird. What kind of bird is he? Alright, I'm just mumbling now. Alright, I have 12 minutes before I have to actually start working for my real job. It's not a real job. This is my real job. Hello? I forgot to make it my intentions. I forgot to say, hey, evil spirits, I don't want to talk to you. I'm only here with love and light. Evil spirits, go away. Alright, can I get a goodbye? Goodbye. Goodbye. Thanks for speaking with me. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have heard any ghosties or spirits say things that I didn't catch, feel free to put them down in the comments. And do likings and subscribings and comments and all the good things. And thank you so much for supporting me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.